Hi, everybody. There we go. Hi, everybody. Happy whatever today is. So glad you're here. Tonight we're going to be talking about how to share essential oils, get your oils for free. This is... Hi, everybody. Oh, let's turn that down. Okay. Slideshow. All right. So glad you could join us. So tonight is for a quick overview. It is 8:34, and we're going to spend about 30 minutes at the most talking about how to share essential oils, how to use your account to sign up others, and how to get your oils paid for. Now, this is for you if you are interested in sharing oils just for fun, if you'd like to get your stash for free, if you find yourself just naturally helping your friends, things like when your family member comes over, you're putting oils on them because they are anxious or they're having a headache, and you're sharing your On Guard with your friend whose children are sick, that kind of thing. When I very first got started, my husband would call me and say, hey, so-and-so's got a sick child, or so-and-so's not feeling well. And I would put my 10 little oils I had in a basket and drive over, and I felt like I was the roving pharmacy. So I have really enjoyed this on all different levels. So I'll give you a little bit of intro to me. My name is Mary Beth. I've been with doTERRA for 5 years, going on a little over that. I got started because I had a 2-pound preemie, and she had did okay for about a year and then was sick for several years. And there was a time frame where we just kind of threw money, anything that we thought might help. And essential oils made a huge difference in her health and in ours. And so it took me a few months, but I pretty quickly replaced our home pharmacy. You can see behind me, that is where we go for almost every kind of issue that we run into, from getting a steam burn, which is what I did on my wrist this evening, to cranky children who won't go to sleep, to sinus issues, tummy issues, you name it. So we replaced our own pharmacy pretty quickly, and one of my first thoughts was, wow, I have got to get this stuff for free. So I started looking into how to do that, and so we're going to go over that. This evening is for you if you are the kind of person who loves to solve problems for your friends. So if you find yourself having coffee or tea with your friends, and you're just naturally just thinking as they're sharing, well, I've got this issue, or I've got this issue, or my child is struggling with this, and you're already thinking, well, I wonder if balance would help them. I wonder if On Guard could help. If you are motivated by solving problems for your friends, then this will be great for you. If you're a strategy person and you love numbers and looking at sales and volume and that kind of thing, this could be a great avenue for you. If you are the party friend and you love to have events, you love to create fun atmospheres. One of a good friend of mine, Jenny, who may be on this call, she's one of the best make and take event planners I know. She and Anna and several other people from her team, Logan and Elizabeth, man, they know how to throw an event, and I have so much fun going to their events. So if that's your cup of tea, then this could be a great fit for you. All that to say is doTERRA is fantastic for multiple personality types. So before you even kind of zone in on doTERRA is only for X personality type, only for someone with X skill set. I just want to say it's really across the board. There are people with all different range of skill sets and personalities, and so there is a place for you to be successful in doTERRA. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and jump straight into what are some common objections that might be going on in your mind, or just thoughts that you've had that would disqualify you. So let's just be honest about those. And these are a lot of things that I've thought or wondered along the way. And these, it's funny. So my mom and I were talking, I'm going to pick on her a little bit. We were talking about supplements, and she's had some health issues. She's been working as a labor and delivery nurse for 40 years. She's completely amazing. And she just has a couple things that she's wanting to navigate around. And we were in a room and talking, and she said, well, I only take, because I've been asking her about taking supplements. And she says, I only take one pill of anything, and that should be enough for me. And I just kind of smiled at her. I said, and that's your mindset. And you're just going to step right on over that mindset and step into a solution. And we just laughed at the moment. And she started taking Lifelong Vitality. My dad started taking Lifelong Vitality, and they're having some really great results just because she was willing to say, well, this is the way I've always thought, but I'm just going to step right on over that thought process because I want solutions. So one of the things I hear the most is, I'm not salesy. And to that, I applaud and say, that's great. Please don't be salesy. The last thing that we want on our team, or that you want in your relationships, is to be a salesy, pushy, obnoxious person. Your friends don't want that. Your family doesn't want that. So that's not a problem. One of the things I have loved about doTERRA is that they are so focused on serving people. When I went to my very first corporate event, I knew I loved the products, but I didn't know about direct sales or anything like that. I heard David Sterling, he's the president of doTERRA, get up on stage in a very low-key, calm, no hype, rah-rah, go sell oils type of a manner, get up and say, if you're here just because you want to make money, this might not be a great fit for you. If you're here because you want to serve people, if you're willing to get an education, then this will be a fantastic career for you. And I could have picked my job off the floor because I thought, well, don't you make money when I sell oils? There's no rah-rah, go win something. It's rah-rah, go help people. And that was really motivating to me. And because that is the corporate culture, I find that it just really trickles down into individual teams. And it's a great place for people who are motivated by serving to find a place. So another objection that I'll hear sometimes is, this is a pyramid scheme. Well, first of all, pyramid schemes are actually completely illegal. But the way pyramid scheme works is you have somebody at the top and everybody underneath serves that one person. It doesn't matter if the people at the bottom can never get to the top. And it's just the top person who wins or who makes an income. With doTERRA, you get out of it what you want to put into it. It's totally up to you. If you want to get your oils for free and that's all you want, then that's fantastic. If you want to replace your income, that is a very real possibility. And I know more people than I can count who have done that. Objection number 3, I don't want to bug my friends and family. Great, please don't. There's no need to do that. So when network marketing has a black eye because sometimes we just people get overexcited and they don't know how to do direct sales professionally. When you go into a profession, you usually get a little bit of training. And so we'll provide that training along the way. If you're into reading or listening to audiobooks, there's a fantastic book called Go Pro by Eric Worre. It's a very easy, simple read. You can actually get it for free by going to networkmarketingpro.com and you just pay shipping cost. And one of the things I love that he talks about is when you're disengaged emotionally from the results of sharing with somebody, that allows you to be a professional. I know that if I walk into a store, most of the time I can look around and browse and ask questions and not be expected to buy something or have somebody breathing over my shoulder to buy something. So when I share oils with people, I'm not looking at people like they're a dollar sign or they're a solution to my financial needs. I'm looking at essential oils as a way to serve their family, to serve their own health needs. And I don't need to breathe over their back. I just need to provide the education and be available for them. So I don't want to take over my social media account with essential oils. Again, no problem if that's not for you. We prefer that you not do that. One of the things I talk a lot about in our team is building with relational integrity. We want you to honor the relationships that you do have, build quality relationships. A kind of a good general rule, if you do use your own social media account, is an 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, I'm posting pictures of my kids, I'm sharing recipes, I'm telling stories. Maybe 20% of the time, I'm talking about essential oils. I want to communicate to people that they can know, like, and trust me. And so I do that through my social media account. That's a good way to build online. I hear this all the time. Objection number 5, I don't know enough to help people. It's too complicated. We'll kind of go over both of those at the same time. I started out my career in medicine. So when I came into essential oils, the science made a lot of sense to me. So when I first would teach classes, I would just go into all this science and it kind of scared people off a little bit. I learned along the way. The truth of the matter is if you know that lavender can help your children calm down and On Guard can help their immune systems, you know more than somebody who knows nothing. And to be honest, most of what I know is because I've just spent 5 years helping people. So when people, I don't have a book right handy. Oh, yes, I do. So when somebody says, well, I have a question, I don't know, I pull out my book and I look in the book. And it says, and I do this, I've been doing this for 5 years. I still look in the book every week. I'll get a text message that says, hey, I need help with head lice. Do you have any ideas? And if I know the answer, it's only because I've looked it up for somebody else before. But if you know the few stories that you have, then you're qualified to share those stories. And that's more than somebody who knows nothing about essential oils knows. It's too complicated. It can be a very simple process. You help people answer their questions, and that's how you learn. There's also a great deal of support available. A common thread in doTERRA is that you are in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. You are connected to a whole host of upline, not only the person who enrolled you, but multiple people above and beyond that who have lots of resources available to help. Number 7, I don't want to pressure people. Again, please don't. That's not how we like to do business with somebody breathing over your neck. We provide education, we provide community, we provide learning opportunities, and share our story. So what makes a difference with doTERRA? There's a couple of things I want to say here before we go on to the next slide, and that is, one is the quality of the product and one is the business model, and both are unusual. So when doTERRA set out to start their business, they wanted to compete with, I'm trying to think of the right word to say online, to provide real medical solutions. And so they knew if they were going to provide real healthcare solutions, they needed a very high quality product. So we do something called CPTG, which is Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And that just means that our products are both pure and potent. That is our brand name. And that sets us apart across the board from other essential oil companies for several reasons. One, the purity is important. You can go to Walmart and buy oils. You can go to a health food store, and they might say on the bottle 100% pure therapeutic grade organic essential oil. Well, according to the Federal Trade Commission, here's a bottle right here. If 10% of that bottle has therapeutic grade essential oil in it, they can write on the bottle 100% pure, and 90% of it can be diluted, have synthetics, dilutants, chemical copies, other plant material, etc., and it doesn't have to be on the label. Federal Trade Commission just controls labeling laws, and that's how that applies to essential oils. So doTERRA can guarantee you that this bottle of lavender is lavender and nothing else. But the other thing that really sets us apart is the potency factor. So you could grow lavender in your backyard, so could I, but the part of lavender that works, that makes it relaxing, that makes it therapeutic, is the 5-carbon molecule called ester. The ester is what makes lavender work, and it has a varying percentage based on where it's grown in the world, based on altitude, pH of soil, and all that kind of thing. Well, we go to Bulgaria and France because that's where we have found it has the highest therapeutic value, is when we get it from France and Bulgaria, as opposed to growing it in Utah, for example. So we get our oils from 46 different countries because we're looking for the highest therapeutic value of any given essential oil. So not only is the product different, I also want to touch very briefly on the compensation plan, and that is just that they pay more than any other direct sales company on the market. I've seen comparison charts where they compare different ranks in doTERRA to other direct sales companies. There aren't cars to win in doTERRA. There aren't trips to win very much, except for one small event a year. For the most part, they want to pay you money. One of the goals of doTERRA is to be the company that gets the most people out of debt. They have a program called Free to Give, where they recognize and provide training for people to have financial stability. So they're very much interested in helping families be financially successful. The other thing that's particularly unusual about doTERRA, and I've looked at quite a few compensation plans for other direct sales companies, is that your paycheck is backloaded. So that means that you'll get paid right from the beginning. I actually did another direct sales company for a year, worked for them for a year, paid several $1,000s into it, and I got 1 or 2 small paychecks. With doTERRA, I had a check in 2 weeks from signing up my first person, and those checks never stopped coming. So you get paid right away, but as your business matures, you get paid a lot more because you get higher percentages. Anyway, we'll talk more about that in a minute. But that's some of the doTERRA difference. And because of that, by the way, you are very incentivized to help people on your team be successful if you decide to build a team. Okay, some effective ways to share. Here's 3 options. Certainly events are key to building momentum, but they're also just a great way to share. Whether you host your own class with the person who helped get you started, or you bring people to events that are already happening in your area, either locally or online. So for example, if you're in the Charlotte area, for one example, we hosted a summer series with the help of Melissa McIver and several other people in our organization. And so once a week for about 10 weeks, we had a different topic, everything from pregnancy, birth, and babies to pain and inflammation to pet care. And so when I would go to those classes and I would just text people in my network or people that I know and say, hey, I'm going to this class. I thought of you. I know you've had issues with your back lately. I've had really good success using some of these natural solutions that they talk about. Would you be interested in going with me? A great key to inviting is to always end with a question, because you'll respond differently if there's a question at the end. If I get a text message saying, hey, I'm going to this event, I thought about you. It seems like something you'd be interested in. There's no decision required on my part when I get that text message. It's like just an idea. Oh, okay, well, that's an interesting idea. But when somebody says, would you like to go with me? Well, then I need to decide and respond, yes, now's the time, or maybe not the time. So I need to make a decision and respond to that call to action, so to speak, in an invitation. So events, connecting people to events. One-on-ones are fantastic. I love one-on-ones. I do probably more one-on-ones even than I do classes. And I just sit down with people and I ask questions. And what are your health issues? What's going on with your family? What issue are you not getting a solution for? There will always be problems in the world. And when I can connect the problem to the solution, then not only does the person I've helped make that connection prosper, but I also prosper and I benefit. So I love the fact that doTERRA is a problem solver. Actually, several years ago at a leadership event, there was this slide, and I might not ever forget it, but it had a big picture up and said, every day people are on their knees praying for better health and better finances. Will you help them? And so I love that doTERRA provides an avenue to do that. For people who are frustrated with their health, frustrated with their finances, this is a great resource to connect problem to solution. And when I can do that for somebody else, then we both benefit. So certainly you can share online and you can build a business without ever leaving home. There are some great online trainers out there. Please comment if you have questions and I can share some of the ones that I've learned from that have been helpful. I do a lot of things on Facebook. I'll spend a few minutes in the morning and the evening just connecting with people on Facebook. I've met people that were complete strangers that are now part of my team, or people that I knew that I had no idea were interested in natural solutions. And I remember probably in April, I did a quick little video and said, hey, this is my story about doTERRA and essential oils, and this is what I've done for our family. And I had a family member who I never would have picked out of a million years replied to me and said, I am totally interested in learning about these essential oils. Well, they signed up almost on the spot, and I have gotten a phone call probably 3 or 4 times from this lady saying, I need you to talk to my friend and help her. So there's a great opportunity to share online, and you can build your business or get your oils paid for without ever leaving home. So effective ways to share, part 2. These are the basic tools or activities that you need to do to share essential oils. The first step is inviting. Inviting is certainly a life skill. I am inviting all the time. I'm inviting people to do life with me. I'm inviting people to learn more. So really, when you share oils, you are inviting people to learn about natural solutions. We talk often about 4 gates of openness. That when I invite somebody, I invite them to the first gate, which is, are you interested in learning? The second gate I invite them to is, are you interested in using these products in your home? The third gate I invite them into is, are you interested in sharing essential oils? And then, are you interested in building a business? And they say yes, no, or maybe, or not right now. Yes, no, or not right now at any of those gates. And I say, great, that's fantastic. I'm so glad you were willing to have a conversation. And these are not awkward conversations. They really come out of asking questions. I was sitting in my neighbor's driveway yesterday, and I was asking her about her health and how things were going on. And she knows I do doTERRA, and she's bought oils from me before. And I just said, well, have you considered this option? Even when somebody's already using essential oils, I'm always inviting them to learn more. Have you considered this option? Have you considered the loyalty rewards program? I'm inviting them always to learn more. So it's a great life skill. It's a skill I wish I had been stronger at 10 years ago in another career. So presenting. When I present, that's just a fancy way to say that I share my experience. I go over a class handout or I share a sample. I'm presenting information to people in a very natural way. There's next activity is to enroll people. You want to help them get the best deal on their products by setting up their own account. If you are totally welcome to be a store if you want to. And by being a store, I mean you can take orders from people and you can order wholesale products on your account and then sell them retail. The only thing with a store is that you are limited to the hours that you're available, and you're limited to your inventory, and you're limited to how quickly you can get oils in your stash. The best value for people that you are sharing oils with is for them to have their own account so that they can go shopping 24/7 and get their needs met immediately and get the best price. They can also opt into the optional loyalty rewards program, which is an additional discount program once you have your own wholesale account. And then the last activity is to support. And that is just to connect people that you've shared oils with to opportunities for learning, either inviting them to local events. I recommend that everybody be connected to a learning group. You very well may be connected to one already. So you just connect them to the group that you're already a part of. If you don't have a learning group, you're welcome to use one that I run called The Simple Ways, and you can actually go to that through a website, which is www.thesimpleways.me, and that will redirect you into the learning group. So I just want to provide opportunities for them to continue to learn and for myself to continue to learn. So we're just going to go through the nuts and bolts and make it real simple here. So you see, if you go to doTERRA.com and you click on the Our Advocates link, you see the little box that says Empowered, or the little tab that says Empowered Success. Where Empowered Success, you can find all the handouts that you need to share essential oils, to share the business, and that kind of thing. The Live Guide is for somebody who's gotten started and they've got oils and they need to learn how to use them. The Share Guide is for somebody who wants to host a class. Building is for somebody interested in building a business, and the Launch Guide is for somebody who is ready to dive full into the business. Underneath that, you have the Healthy Can Be Simple. That's just a little, I have them in 10 packs. I don't have a single one. But they're just a simple little pamphlet that gives people the basics of essential oils. I really like using those handouts. If I'm sharing a sample with somebody, I might give them a Healthy Can Be Simple guide and a little sample of oils. A cheap and easy way to do samples is I save all my empty bottles. I have a huge vase, actually 2 on my desk, with all my old essential oil bottles. And so I'll just grab an old bottle and I'll put a sample of whatever it is in there and maybe hand them a Healthy Can Be Simple guide and tell them how to use it. The Natural Solutions handout, that goes through the basics of what essential oils are. A typical presentation is 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, so 4 threes. You have 3 facts about what essential oils are. You look on the Natural Solutions handout, you just read it. They're natural, safe, and effective. There are 3 facts about doTERRA that are helpful to know. The certified pure therapeutic grade that we just talked about. If you're interested, you can share about doTERRA's Healing Hands program, and you can share maybe about co-impact sourcing. Just 3 things that you know about doTERRA. There are 3 ways to use essential oils: aromatic, topical, and internal. You just read those straight out of the handout. And there are 3 ways to buy essential oils. You can buy retail, although friends don't let friends buy retail. You can buy wholesale by paying the $35 membership and then getting all your oils at wholesale value. Or third way, you can sign up with an enrollment kit. The enrollment kit is by far the most effective way to get started for several reasons. One, it's the most economical. The membership fee is waived, and you get the buy in bulk concept. So, if you go to Sam's or Costco's or BJ's, you can get, if you buy in bulk, you'll get the individual prices a lot cheaper than if you bought everything individually at a grocery store, for example. So you get the buy in bulk concept. So, for example, one of my favorite kits is the Natural Solutions kit. It's $550, and you get $220 worth of oils for free. That's a great way for people to get started in kind of the middle of the road. I want to try some supplements. I want to have a lot of essential oils to work with. I want some personal care products. Another common kit is the Home Essentials kit. It's $275, although both of these kits in November are 20% off. So if you're in November, this is the first time ever in doTERRA's history that they have had a special on enrollment kits. So this is a great time to get started. But normally, the Home Essentials kit is $275. It includes the top 10 most common oils and a diffuser. You get your membership fee waived, and you save $86 and change by buying it as a kit as opposed to buying it individually. Beyond the fact that it is the most economical option, the other thing I really like about enrollment kits is that you are much more likely to be successful. Because when I got started, for example, all I knew is that lavender could help you sleep and On Guard would help your immune system. And so I called my friend and said, hey, I'll pay the membership and I want lavender and On Guard. She said, okay, that's fine. Or here are all the kits. So I ended up getting a kit. And you know what? The oils that worked for me the quickest were peppermint, oregano, and frankincense. 3 oils that I probably wouldn't have bought. But because I had them, I was willing to learn how to use them. And it greatly expedited my learning curve in essential oils. So to get started, if you're a customer already, you're going to log in with your ID and your password. This is somebody who's a customer. So in order to qualify your account to get paid, you need to create a loyalty rewards order of at least 100 PV. That just flags the computer and says, I want to get paid. This is a great way for you to build your own stash, and that alerts doTERRA that you want to get paid for what your orders are. If you are a customer, then you're going to need to upgrade your account. All you're going to do is put your Social Security in there so that if you make more than $600 in a year, doTERRA can send you a 1099. It's only for tax purposes. Now, when you have upgraded and you're a wellness advocate, then all you're going to do is click on your name and choose Enroll New Member. You can pick the country that you're going to and your language. The difference between customer and advocate are the prices are exactly the same. The customer account is not qualified to get paid. It's only qualified to purchase products at wholesale. The wellness advocate is able to sign up other people, and so you just ask that question. Generally, unless somebody says, I want to build a business, then I put them in as a customer because they can always upgrade for free at any time. I just put in some pretend information here, so I just put in my name, my shipping information. When you get to the enroller ID and the sponsor ID, all you need to put is your doTERRA number, and you can verify and your name will pop up. It will automatically populate you as the sponsor. So you just need to put your number in there so that you can get paid. And then you pick the enrollment kits. The introductory packet is just the membership. But then there's a whole long list of all the enrollment kits available. If for some reason somebody wanted to do just a membership and then get their own oils, or you wanted to get a kit, let's say you wanted to get a Home Essentials kit, but you really wanted Balance and Serenity. So you choose Home Essentials kit, and then down here you type in the additional products that you want in your first order. Now, how do you get paid? There are 4 streams of compensation. You have your retail. Now that means that if you're buying the product at wholesale, you can sell it at retail and get 25%, get the 25% difference. When you sign somebody up, you get 20% of what they purchase for the first 60 days. So let's say you sign somebody up with a Home Essentials kit, you're going to get approximately a $45 check in the mail. The Fast Start bonus is paid every week. So every week that you sign somebody up, you're going to get a 20% check of whatever they purchased. If they bought a Natural Solutions kit, that's an $80 check in the mail. Family Essentials is a $21 check. Whatever they spend, you're going to get 20% for the first 60 days. So if you're looking to get your oils paid for, you need to be looking to either sign up 5 people with a Home Essentials kit, or maybe 2 people with a 5 people with Family Essentials kit, or 2 people with a Home Essentials kit, and then 1 person with a family kit, or that kind of thing. When you have signed up 3 people that all have done their loyalty rewards order of 100 or more, and you have a volume altogether of 600, you additionally get a $50 bonus. So that's the third stream. So none of these are exclusive to each other. You can get all of them, all of the different ways. The next way is something called unilevel commission. I'm not going to go into this slide a lot, but it's really fun to look at doTERRA versus other companies. So a common comp plan for other direct sales companies is right here. This is doTERRA's. So it just means that for as long as those people are ordering that you've signed up, depending on what level they're on, and in the beginning they're all going to be on level 1, you're going to get a percentage of what they order. And then the last step for sharing essential oils is just to provide support to those you've shared oils with. It may be as simple as connecting them to the learning group that you're a part of, connecting them to the events, connecting them to somebody else that you know in your upline who's doing doTERRA as a business. But that's really the basics, is to connect people to that support. So I hope this has been helpful. I would love to hear what your biggest takeaway was, what questions that you might still have. If you're watching live now on the Simple Ways, if you would comment there, or you're even welcome to shoot me an email at thesimpleways@gmail.com. Would love to know how to continue to be of service to you. Thanks so much for joining, and I hope you have a great night.